Hello everyone. Today we are here actually not to say anything or not to do or like the teaching or other things, but today we will have an interview. The interview is about education, about teaching, about research and education as well. So, how we are going to have that interview, or what would be the topic of the interview? The topic is actually the education and research. That is a subject of studying in like Dhaka University, Chittagong University, Rajshahi University, and I think a lot of private university and public university outside Bangladesh, they have that program running. Now in Bangladesh, we have this program for a long time now, but I personally do not see the reflection of this subject into school teaching on the teachers and other things. So what we are going to do, we are going to interview one of, you can see her on the picture. She is my best friend and she is my colleague. She is a teacher herself. She has studied education and research while doing her undergraduate and graduate level education. So what we are going to do, I will first introduce you and ask actually to her that to introduce herself. Okay, let's go there.
Okay, so I'm Zubeda Khanum. Currently, I'm working as a science teacher at AUW Laboratory School.
Okay, for how long you have been a teacher?
It's quite long because I started teaching professionally 5 years ago. But before that, I had some experience of teaching students as a private tutor. So if I add that, that will be like 15, 16 years.
Okay, so it's too long, you can see. So tell me, why have you chosen education and research as a subject for your study?
Okay, so like when we do our study or when we go to school, we all have a teacher who we follow, right? An idol for us. So there was a teacher whose name was Bridget, and she was my like idol. I liked to follow her, and from her I got the inspiration to be a teacher.
Okay, so yeah, you become a teacher, but why have you chosen the subject for education and research for your higher education?
So as I have already told that I wanted to be a teacher from the beginning of my life. When I got admission in University of Chittagong, I came to know about education and research subject, which was very, very new at that time. And I could find a relation to the dream of mine and this subject. So I chosen this one because I thought it will help me a lot to pursue my career.
Okay. So my next question follows as such. Like, how was the education like? Like, I mean, what were the topics covered? Classroom environment, teacher's approach or attribution on that?
Okay, so it was quite different according to the normal classroom. If we think about a normal classroom, what the teachers do in general, they give the lecture and the students take notes and go home. They study this before the exam and just throw it on their paper. But our education in the classroom was quite different. Like we used to discuss, we used to present, we used to have some case study, we used to like do our own research about different kind of theory, and the subject or the topics we have covered, it's like quite diverse, I would say. Like in the first year we started with the education history of Bangladesh and how it developed. Slowly we developed our educational part, and we studied about educational psychology, pedagogical part, and then there were different theories of different people who were famous in the realm of education and research. Yeah.
Okay. Now, as you said, you have chosen, you thought that this subject will help you to shape your career or to grow in your career. So how this subject actually shape your career choice or career itself?
It helped a lot. Really, it helped a lot because I have seen wherever I have dropped my CV, maybe I was within first 10 candidate to get the call because of my subject, education and research. And I'd love, I'm not boosting, but my result was not that much bad. And as I had chances to work in different educational institute, and I have quite idea about teaching students, so I think with that practical knowledge and educational knowledge that went together, and it made a great impact on my entire career.
So, can you specify like how this subject actually influenced you? Like you said that a lot of people call you because of your subject. Now, what were the influence during the interview period and then being chosen and afterwards?
Okay, to be very honest, in our country, when we think about teaching, it comes at the bottom. People go for government job and multinational companies job or banking or other things. If they cannot get a chance anywhere, they go for teaching. It's quite common in our country. So what happens, they do not have that passion in them. So when you will find a CV who have a B.Ed and M.Ed degree and who have any other subject, like I would not demean any subject, so I'm not mentioning about any. So there will be a clear difference. That means this person who has B.Ed and M.Ed, that person has a very basic knowledge or maybe deep knowledge about how to teach, how to manage the classroom, how to include all the students of the classroom, and how to develop the knowledge among the students and make them understand better. So I think this subject helped me in there. And if we think about the people who takes the interview, they have quite a deep idea about it. So that helped me in this case, like as they know who to be chosen. So yeah.
Okay. So let's change the subject. Rather than being a student, let's go to the teachers.
Okay.
We have so many teachers in Bangladesh. A lot of teachers who are actually teaching for more than our years. Like I'm, how old I am? They are teaching older, like much aged they have become, but they are still teaching. But new technology came, new approach of teaching came, and you said you had the intricate knowledge of the subject itself and teaching and other things. So what about the teachers? Do you think teachers do fit in this regard, like in education system, the new developing systems, the system is evolving every second. So how do you think that teachers, the old teachers who had the experience of teaching but not as such of the technology, so how do you think it's gonna juggle around?
Okay, so for this question, I think yes, we have a lot of teachers who are old enough, and yes, they have a lot of experience. But I think our government and our education ministry is providing a lot of training so that they can update themselves about the new technology, about new topic, and the entire change of the education system around the country. So yes, if they can take those type of training, so they can improve themselves. But it's unfortunate that a lot of teachers are not interested to take those training, and I think they are lagging behind in that sector.
Okay, as you said, they are not interested in taking this training. Just tell me one thing. Why, like one particular reason for they are not being interested in taking those training?
Okay, so it's difficult. It varies a lot from person to person. As I have said already, I have got chance to work with so many different teachers. I would like to say I met one teacher who was maybe 50-55 years old, and who, like, that person was very interested about the updated knowledge of education system. So whenever he or she got the chance to take any kind of training, she actually jumped it. And I have met another person who was about the same age, but she was never interested in any type of training. Whenever there is a training coming to the school, she actually passed that to the any other teachers. So it depends how they are actually taking the advantage of it.
Okay, so okay, that could be a reason. There could be so many reasons and the variables. That is a part of research as well. I think we have to go for intricate or detailed research about it. So let's move a little bit around teachers training. As you say, there are so many teachers training from government as well as different organizations. They are also arranging those teachers trainings. Now, if you are going to propose any teachers training at this very moment, which training you think would take the most importance in these diverse or changing educational technologies thing?
Okay, so yes, there are so many things actually coming to my mind right now, but I would like to say, as our education systems is developing, and there are a lot of chances to use multimedia classroom in our day-to-day life. There are a lot of teachers who does not use multimedia because they are afraid of using laptops. They're afraid of using devices in their classroom because they believe the way they used to teach before, using the book and doing nothing. So they are so much comfortable in that, and they don't want to break their shell, and they don't want to develop themselves. So if I get a chance to give this training, like how to use multimedia, how to use develop technology to improve our teaching method, I would say I will go for that, because that will help a teacher to change his or her classroom totally. Because suppose you are in the classroom and you have only a book, you are giving the lecture, and there is another classroom full with technological devices. Yes, we need the book, it's true, but if you are showing a video, if you are showing the entire lecture on the projector, that makes the student more and more interested. So it's about the technology and how to use that technology in their practical classes.
Okay. So yeah, you were saying that they are student-based classrooms, but they are still not using the technologies very often, as they are not used to it, or they are afraid of it, or something happening with their. We need to change their thinking process in that process. If you were asked to make a plan, supposedly, because you have done education and research, now what type of research will suggest to you to give them what type of training?
Okay, that's a tough question. So I have to plan a entire process to give them training. Okay, so if I categorize the training, so I'll go for the technological training, like how to use technology, and then to deepen their knowledge, I will give them training about their subjects like Bangla, English, science, and other things, so that they can make the classes really, really interesting for the students. And I will go for pedagogical things like how to teach, because not all the students in one class are same. They have different kind of learning ability. So the teacher should know about the capability of his or her students. So this is a very, very important thing for the teachers, to know his or her students. So that will be one of the most important training I would like to suggest to the teachers.
Okay, thank you, Zubeda. I think your intricate knowledge is going to help a lot of teachers, a lot of students who want to be a teacher in future and other things. But I will suggest one more thing, or I will add to that. In our society, teaching as a profession is not respected enough. It is said that teaching is a noble profession, teaching is a grateful profession, we have to respect the teachers and other things. But nowadays, which we have seen, the teachers are on the hierarchy, they are on the lower side. So what we should be doing is giving the incentives to the teachers in a way that they become happy, and a happy mind, when they go to the classroom, they will also make their students happy with the subject knowledge, with the pedagogical knowledge, with the research, or even the technologies they can use. They can make those technologies to use in the classroom or not use in the classroom, suggest them as well. Like, there are so many ways to use the technologies, materials, how the classroom can be very productive. We can think about it. A lot of teachers are doing like bachelors of education or masters of education, but at the end of the day, you have seen and I have seen as well, a lot of teachers do not use those education into the classroom. So there is a gap between the knowledge and, yes, there's a theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge, as you said. Okay, so today's episode is gonna be done. Why I said episode, now it is the time to say it is going to be like a series. There will be several interviews, not with her, maybe with other teachers, or maybe with other parents or the students as well. They will come, of course, with the supervision of a parent, if they are under 18. Then we will know a lot of things about education in our education system, or what they want to approach, the new technologies and everything. Stay with us. Thank you. Take care.